Alright, I'm sure you've seen a UPS truck through the streets, if not, if they ever made a delivery to your house. UPS has been in business since 1907, and on average, they ship about 15 million packages a day in the United States. Today, I'm going to explain to you the process that a package takes through the UPS system. And as a freight loader for UPS, I think that I have a credible experience in explaining the process. And I've also gathered some other information outside that includes some factual information like numbers and stuff like that. This could be to use to you because you might find yourself tracking shipping one time online, and sometimes you might not know what the information means. So I think this will help you out. And the points that I'm going to go over today, first I'm going to briefly just describe what the UPS system, how it works, and also like what services they offer, because I think that's important to know before you actually know what the process includes. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the shipping options that UPS has, and they're listed here. You see here ground, which is what we're going to focus on today in the shipping process. 3-day select, which basically means it's self-explanatory as well as the others. The only exception is static delivery, which is that it's less common because it costs more also. And I also forgot to add it, but there's also express critical, which that same-day delivery, so that's also less common. Here we have a map of the UPS system, how it works. UPS is tied. It's called the hub and spoke model. Hub and spoke model. Yeah, that's what it's called. Which basically means that it ties together all their hubs throughout the country, so that they can flow packages in between hubs, so that it works seamlessly. And here you have a map that shows how long it takes a package to ship from here in Anaheim, because there's a hub here, throughout the country, and here you can see the days and the color. Next, we have the most basic part of the package, which is the shipping label here. You can notice that the address isn't really emphasized, because although it's the most important part for UPS, it really isn't, because it's run on advanced technology and computers. So the only thing that's really important is this barcode right here, which is known as the MAXI code, and that was developed by UPS in the 90s. And that code includes not only the address, but more information that will tell the package where to go. So it's a very automated process. Alright, next we move on to the actual shipping process. You either, let's say you ship a package, you will either drop it off at the UPS warehouse or a customer center, or give it to a driver. And by that point, it will eventually find itself to the warehouse, and at that point, there's no actual shipping once it gets to the warehouse, because the warehouse actually starting at 7 p.m., because that allows the most available flow to come in throughout the entire day. Businesses close late, stuff like that. And also, when the loading shift is over, the trucks have more time to transfer without traffic and stuff like that. After the packages are loaded, once the loading shift begins, the packages are loaded onto belts. And those belts, they travel throughout the whole warehouse, and eventually they meet up with sorters that are skilled, because they know every zip code. They're tested actually, so they know just by looking at the zip code where it corresponds to. The warehouses are split into different colors. Those colors, they're called colored belts. They're not actually, the belts are not colored. They just define the areas in the warehouse that ship to different parts of the country. So a sorter will send the package to a certain colored belt. The package will travel along more belt. It will be meted by another sorter, and then at that point, that sorter will send the package I'd say it's about 3 different, I mean, it would be up to like 3 or 6 different bay doors that have freight trailers. And the boxes are meant, they go down retractable rollers inside the trailers, and at that point a loader will scan it with the index finger laser, and at that point that's when it's scanned and the status updates, and at that point the website will show that it's ready for departure. Once packages are loaded into the freight trailer completely, you know, the freight trailer is 53 feet long, so about 1,850 packages will fit on average. If not immediately, the truck will then leave to this next destination. And at this point, you know, there will not be a status update on the tracking number until it reaches the next warehouse. And at that point, it's unloaded, and it works in reverse of, you know, being loaded, because it's unloaded, also sorted by sorters, but instead of sending them to different trailers to leave, they're actually sent into storage so that the preloaders that work at 3 a.m. can begin sorting the packages into the individual package cars, which are the brown truck that I showed you earlier. Then at 3 a.m., the preloaders, which is called, they load the trucks, like I mentioned. They work much like the loaders. They load as much packages as they can into a package car, but instead of building walls, like inside the trailers, they load on shelves. And by the time they're finished, the package car is full, and the delivery driver will show up to work. He'll exit the warehouse, and at that point, the status will show that it's out for delivery and you should be expecting your package. So at that point, the driver, he doesn't, or they don't deliver in, say, like importance, you know, like choosing one package over the other. They drive according to what's more efficient and takes less time. And eventually you'll get your package throughout the day. And at that point, the process is complete. For the most part, the system works well, but there's other special cases that arise in the shipping, and I'm going to quickly go over them. In case you ship, they're called irregular packages. They either have unusual dimensions or weigh more than 70 pounds. Those are not sorted through the actual belts. They will be taken manually to the freight trailer at each individual belt and loaded at the last minute. If the package is damaged, it will be taken over to a place called Overgoods, where a worker will attempt to repair and do whatever is necessary to make sure the customer gets the package. Also, small packages, light packages, you know, they can't be loaded with the other heavier stuff, so they're sorted into nylon bags separately, and those bags are loaded. They're loaded like an individual package inside the trailer. And yeah, so now you know that whenever you order something online or you need to check a package tracking number, now you know what the information means. Thank you.
So Hector, what did you think?
I like how he gives the services, like such as like the ground, 3 days, Saturday delivery, Thursday delivery, and I like how he explains that in, and also he had a good eye contact. But what he should have put, or were some images of the warehouse of how it really looks like. Well, I think overall it was a very, very good presentation of how that process comes to your house and how they ship it.
Okay. Yeah, the thing that seems to be missing is in that second part where you're describing the whole process as they're going through sorting and then shipping it out, is either a timeline or a step process kind of list that would work. I think a process list would work pretty well. And then you could plug in, for instance, those points